will
Yeah.
never forget that, ever.
No, nor will I. So I now put them essentially on the same level.
You know what the craziest thing is? People
Hmm.
dump DMs. They show private information, and then people still DM them, thinking that it won't happen to them.
It's insane. It
I
is.
never DM anyone that ever doxed. I don't do it unless that DM is public. I mean,
Very well wind up a tweet.
Yeah, exactly. But to me, integrity is important. It is an important value to me. And it's being challenged, in many ways through this. Um, do you go ahead and just try to exonerate yourself and do something that you view as less than you appreciate as far as a value? Do I mean,
Can I tell you what not to do? Is
well,
internalize it and take it personally.
well, I
It,
do take it personal. It was personal. It was
okay,
personal.
so after going through it a few times, I chalked it up to an errant judgment, um, which is fine. There's a learning curve, but you can't blame yourself when somebody else
no, he's
betrays.
not blaming himself. He's blaming them.
Right. I
And he's
know, I
taking
get it, but
personal.
at the same time,
He's
well,
taking what they do personally.
as a person who considers themselves a good judge of character, I tell myself, you should have seen this coming. How could you not? How could you trust this person? In hindsight, you start to see all the fucking red
Do you think I
flags.
did not know who I was talking to when I was DMing her?
No, you're a smart man. I mean, I could never really.
I knew there I knew that there was over a 50% chance that things were going to go wrong. She would get mad like she always does and then do something spiteful. But I'm talking about my own integrity through it all. How far do I stoop to try to defend myself? And I made that decision at the beginning of all of this bullshit that I'm not here for a PR campaign. I know that no minds will be changed and very few even care about this bullshit. It only matters intensely when it happens to you, when you're the person involved. Although empathy, I do empathize with people who have been disgustingly rolled around in the mud. There have been so many examples of it. KK, Brookie, Yhetti, Krawk. I mean, everyone in here. Dani, DonSteaks.
Right. And
But
in
it
a
does.
sense, it's because we won't bow down to dork load, so we become the fodder for everybody else.
I
Yeah.
don't agree with that. Listen, literally no one talks about me. The only one that speaks about me is Darkload, Teen or Leroy. Who? That
No,
means no
right.
one.
They
You know
don't
something?
now. They don't now. But at
Yeah.
first they did.
Well, they learned their lesson.
Yeah.
My what he used to do is, oh, do you think Don Steaks is a creep? Uh, uh, yeah, uh, uh, yeah, yeah, Donlad. Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he doesn't curse, and he talked over someone.
Right. I mean, Don Lod
I
flees.
didn't call him a creep. I said he's a cornball. No, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Right.
They
No, I
learned their
didn't call him a
lesson. That's all.
predator. I called him a creep. Or I didn't call him the P word. I called him a predator. Or, I mean, a creep. It's
No, I
all
No,
mean,
in
you're very
Erin lied and
skilled.
said she said I'm a cornball. No, she said I'm a creep.
it's it's
She learned her
it's
lesson.
systematic character assassination.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even
Stakes
care if
is
someone
very
calls me a
skilled.
creep. But I'm saying if you do it just to pacify some weird teddy bear touching creature, that's where I draw the line. Oh no, Don Steaks was mean to me. I called him a creep, and he pointed out that I'm a creep. Wah.
The the best part about it, though, within the system, in the systematic character assassination, at some point it becomes a vacuum. And into that vacuum will go all the people who have been assassinating character. It'll all flip, and happened to them. And that's what we're here for. Or that's what I'm here for anyway.
Yeah. But I'm not going to let it make me a worse man. I'm going to let it make me stronger. All of these little stupid battles that seem meaningless, and small, and they are. Um, I'm going to let it refine my character. I have faith in God. I ask for guidance there, and if I stumble, I change my ways and move forward. I mean, we all stumble, but that's what I take from it all. But it didn't. It left scars. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I was scarred from some of it. Um, I don't like it, but some days, some of the worst days are actually the best days. Forgot where I heard that. It was on a movie. I was like, yeah, that's good. Because it's through the pain that you live, improve, and get better. And this is a place where if you expect to be acknowledged as having become better, you're in the wrong place. It's not going to happen. But it only matters when your friends see it because they do see the good in you. And there's some people that only want to see the bad in others. And there's so many of them. And I think there are people who actually want to be bad and harmful and cause pain in others. And I've just never
Well,
really been that way.
it's to justify the fact that they're only seeing the bad in the other person. It's to be able to say, no, they're wrong, I'm not. And it becomes endemic where people only see the bad in a person. And it's all interwoven with some stupid social hierarchy fitting into a group of freaks that hate the same fucking people. It's interesting though if you think about it.
I mean, it can make you a better person if you let it. If you don't, if it doesn't make you bitter, it'll make you better. You got to work on that, making you better. Anyway, Don, I do appreciate the space, man, and all you good friends in here.
Listen, after those lies said about KK,
Yeah,
I stood up for him. I'm
you
not.
did.
I'm not. I never would. I never will sit back when women try to destroy a man's character, and obviously, or a woman's character. The truth is the truth, and you were never inappropriate with Ruby. You were never inappropriate with Ruby. You were never ever flirtatious with Blondie or Gretel. You
Right.
made a joke about Murder Lord who used to run around saying, "Say you love me, baby." You
Yeah.
made a joke.
Right.
And for people to say that they're so appalled by like a dirty joke and they sit and scuzzle all day, come on, cut it out.
Talking about how great Spree's tits are, and
Yeah, but
uh,
it's not to support the Scuzz Row. It's like if you notice the past few days with Krawk, it's the numbers have been pretty big, which to me says the human nature kind of takes over that tribalistic part of human nature where you want to be with your tribe, with your people.
No,
And
yeah,
Yeti. What I'm saying is that if someone wants to pretend to be all appalled and outraged by a dirty joke,
yeah, the
you can't
lasagna
you can't
joke.
pretend that you're appalled and outraged by a dirty joke if you sit
if
and
you're,
scuzzle all day. Now
I
you
get
don't
your point.
pretend to be. I'm not calling you out. I'm calling someone else out.
Yeah, no, I know, and I didn't internalize it. I'm just saying, like, you know, if there were other people that had spaces, I don't think Dorkload or Ricky would get as many people as they do. But there's very slim pickings. They got, one owns the day and the other owns the night.
I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, I mean, yeah.
but I mean, each of you have actually inspired me to be better. This whole thing with people dealing with people and their weirdness and the dirty shit they pull on each other and you see it happen to your friends and how you handle it each of you handle it differently. And I've taken strength from that, just watching. And then when I go through my own turn in the barrel, because I'm not like, how dare them assault me? I fully expect to be in the barrel, and everybody goes in the barrel. I don't know what that cliche
Everybody gets
means.
their turn in the barrel.
Yeah, but
Listen, back in the day, I would describe it as like being in the Coliseum, gladiators in the Coliseum,
mhm.
and the crowd wants blood. In fact, in this bio, it says retired Perry gladiator. It's exactly what it is. You're in a digital Coliseum fighting lions and big, huge people with axes, and
and
I
in
don't know.
mobs,
Hmm?
friggin'
With
Worms.
mobs come.
words.
Yeah, that's
Worms.
crazy. It's crazy. But the words are powerful. Words are powerful. Come on, the pen is mightier than the sword. It always has been. You
But the
know,
key is, if you want to be a good gladiator in this arena, think about this. The whole game is they want to call you out for doing something bad. But they can't. Because anyone who likes Filthlod can call anybody out for that. Well, what are you going to call anybody out for if you're friends with Filthlod or Tina Leroy? You can't. There's
nothing.
nothing
There's
they didn't
nothing.
do.
Right.
It's like a
They've done
joke.
the worst.
But that's what I try to tell people. It's all just a game where they try to call you out or whatever it is for something. And
I
it's
mean,
just a
you've
dumb
used your
game.
anonymity for good, really,
Yeah.
defending people that were wrongly dragged through the mud, and that is encouraging beyond words. When you feel like the world is against you, and you were the first one, Don, to go in there and battle it out with that fat slob lad, and defeated him in many ways. You got people to look beyond the mask.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I said exactly what I planned to do, and I accomplished it. I said, number one, I'm going to show everybody that he's a scumbag doxing pig. And I literally got him to admit it. He would never admit it before. He says, yeah, I dox. And I'm proud of it, and I'm going to continue. My whole message was that the whole community is all a bunch of fake outrage. It's literally his hashtag now, because he listens to everything I say. That was number one. My second thing was I wanted to fill his beam with a bunch of weirdos that would annoy his own community. And that's exactly what I did. They have to sit there listening to a bunch of weirdos they have no interest in hearing. That
Right. They
annoys them.
didn't care. They didn't care about that drama. They did not care
That was
about
my whole
Pam.
point.
Yeah, and
Truth
you're
be
right.
told, they'll listen to anything.
Hmm.
As long as the emotional roller coaster kicks in, as long as they get the endorphins and
A
the
lot. I'm
serotonin,
telling you, a lot of
dopamine.
these women are sick and tired of it. I see it. Now that doxing happened to them, they realize it's bad. People realize things when it happens to them, and they're pretty
Yeah,
disgusted. A
exactly.
lot of women will. Most people are sitting in that anonymous box. He has a hard time getting people to call in. Can
Hmm.
you imagine having a hard time getting people to call in for a memorial space? Do you realize how
Yeah.
disgusting he has to be? Like, oh, you don't have to call in, just message it. Okay, you can message anonymous. Okay, it could be anybody.
Yeah, but nobody talks during times like that because they know what happens. It's
Right.
always
No,
it's
they were doing
always
in other spaces.
weaponized.
They were doing in other spaces.
Yeah, it's
Oh, they
it's
were.
always weaponized by.
No, but I'm saying that they did speak about it, but they didn't want to.
Right.
They did not want to beam up in there because they get it.
Yeah. Last night I had 143 people in my space. 103 of them were on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Because
there.
they're afraid to
Yeah.
come in. They're afraid they'll get in
Listen,
trouble.
it goes to show you that the numbers don't
The
mean
fear
shit.
factor.
Well, they're scared he'll dox them, and he'll be proud of it. There's no like
Some
morals holding him back.
Time for y'all to
some
stand
little
up on the outside. Stop
what?
being weak.
No, there's some little thing that'll bother him, and it'll be like a 9-month jihad where he's digging up everything about you, finding your worst enemies to bring on, parade along as a character witness. I mean, the
Yeah, that's
thing that,
MKK. All because he put in a title, continuing for download. That's all it was.
yeah,
You got a little
that's all it took.
scumbag that sits there lying, calling a rapist all day, a pedophile.
And
Yeah,
Krawk, you got to consider that the majority of the audience is female.
Yeah, and I've been nice about that. I was,
Well,
but I was doing very
something tells
good.
me the nicer you get about that, the more that number will flip.
Yeah, by the way, just for the
Yeah,
record, I couldn't care less about numbers. If I cared about numbers, I would act differently. I just am me. I'm here to speak to people I want to speak with. Other people come in. They're welcome to listen if they want, or not. I
I
don't care either way.
agree.
Simple as that.
Yep.
Just be you. That's it.
but Yeti, you were saying to listen to everything. I cannot imagine anyone getting the buzz they seek from this app, that adrenaline rush from Pam. She's so boring.
Yeah, that was my plan. They were going nuts
Yeah,
from it.
Right. No, the I think it's more about the carnage, the fighting, the horrible shit that's said
They
back
like
and
the
forth.
blood.
Like
They love the blood.
the juicier, the better. You know. Um,
And by the way, I'm no fan of Jen Dunn, but I will give her credit where credit is due. She's keeping with that boycott, and others have also. I don't care if people going anonymously. I would love it if his entire space was anonymous.
but
Yeah.
anyway, I really do thank you guys for standing
No,
by me and knowing
my
who I
pleasure.
am. Yeah. So, um, yeah, it's a good.
And by
I
the
Good.
way, I have no doubt in my mind, unless it's someone who has never heard me speak, or someone who's just like 100% retarded, like literally retarded. There's no one that doesn't agree with everything I say because I don't say anything. I'm not twisting things. I'm just saying really, really simple stuff. It is weird, very weird, for a 60-year-old to sit around with teddy bears in the house. Well, I mean,
Yes,
it's just freaking weird. It
it
is freaking weird. I
is.
hate to say it, but the guy went into Kidscope and stayed there and lied about it. It's freaking freaky. The guy's a doxer. Doxing bad. This is not difficult. People understand that. They actually understand it better now that it's happening to them. I mean, I'm not saying anything difficult. I'm saying that it's bad to lie about a man and have a crazy drunk liar who he admits he never believed to lie about someone and call him a rapist and a pedophile. Allow people to do that in front of 300 people every night for a year. I mean, that's just disgusting. None of this is difficult. I'm
Right.
not saying anything difficult. I'm not saying anything like I'm trying to twist things in order to show an agenda. I'm just saying really, really, really simple things. And anyone with a brain gets it. I think
I
everyone
don't know
agrees
how
with me.
people can actually twist their minds though to you know not want to face what they need to face inside.
Yeah, but the
When you
people who
say
don't
the
want to
simple
face it,
things,
but the people who don't want to face it are the people who have issues. He's talking about the crowd. I mean, think
I
about it.
don't care.
I never hear people going at Abe or myself. It's just Torquelode himself. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a Geo, some like wackadoodle, you know.
Geo.
Connie, I
Yeah,
mean, he's nothing. If
listen,
if if Connie calls you out, that means everyone's automatically on your side.
yeah.
Like, think about it. Seriously.
that's not so true anymore. She's been paying a whole bunch of people, and she's kind of like greasing her way back in. But Lynn just tweeted with there's 2 audio clips and some of Abe's tweets. Go
Okay,
look at it.
fine. I
You know what I'm
can't see
saying?
it. We have each other blocked. I'm not interested. She can do what
Uh,
she will.
This is what people do. They show private DMs and they just make themselves look ridiculous.
She showed my private DMs. Lynn did.
no, it's tweets.
Oh,
Uh,
And 2, it sounds like clips from your space. Hold on.
play him.
Talking about Connie. I'm gonna have to go listen to the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Well,
late
I
anyway. I gotta go.
honestly am not interested. I don't care. She's going to do what she does. I knew when she got exposed, because that is the whole thing with her. She can't be wrong. She's going to double down and try to spin some other narrative. She uses deceit. The woman practices deceit and scorn. I mean, this is the behavior of a scorned woman. And the scorn all happened because of her. So that's that. That's all I really need to say about it. She can go out and try to change minds and work with the legislature to get bills passed and all of her other grandiose shit she barfs out, condescending, manipulative. But the thing is, I know people who know me know me. People who know her. And that's never going to change. None of it. That's all. But I know you got to go, Don. Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta go. All right.
Okay.
The point of my space is just to. I don't like when people accuse men or women of things they aren't.
It's ugly.
I'm very happy that it was cleared up.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, buddy.